I love models, that is, conceptual models, ways of taking concepts that are important, significant, illustrating them visually, and if we do it well, it makes it simple, much more comprehensible. It makes it something that we can talk about. So I love models. I tend to build them as I go when I'm working, but when I'm developing training or a facilitation, I want to envision it first, whether it's the problem we're trying to fix or the solution or the dynamics within the team. I like to sketch it out. So the other piece, so I'm going to show you a model that I just kind of thought of. And the other piece is trust. Because trust is such a fundamental underpinning to human dynamics, we almost can't talk about trust within a group, a team, an organization, trust between two individuals. We almost can't talk about it enough and seek clarity and ensure that it is high and strong between all concerned. So, try this on for you, and then I've got a task for you once I finish explaining this. So, real simple. I like bell curves, and you've seen it. Yeah, there you go. There's your bell curve. But our two axes that determine this is, of course, effort. And maybe, so I think the bottom one is progress, or it might be, I'm not sure. Let me come back to that part. But let me explain the point here. This is the trust hump. When we are beginning a relationship, maybe this is time. That's probably what this is. This is time. Let's just try that on for size. Time, assuming things go well. Go that way. When we are new to a relationship, okay, we start off at a relatively low level of trust. And in order to develop trust over time, it takes effort. Yeah, okay. I think this still works. I'm gonna keep going. All right. So it takes a lot of work, and all of our relationships, if it's you and me or you and somebody else, early in the relationship, it's because trust is lower. So this is also maybe, no, can't be. Anyway. I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out my concept as I do it. I've got a germ of an idea. Just hang with me. Okay, so point being, let me see if I can flesh this out. How we relate on this side of the curve. All right? How we relate on this side is going to be transactional in nature. You're looking at what you can get out of any request. Hey, I need you to help me out on XYZ project. Oh, I need you to put off doing what you're doing so that I can work on this. Come work with me. Okay, so when we're new at this, our interactions are going to be transactional. If I ask that of you, you're going to be thinking, okay, so how does it benefit me? What do I get out of this bargain? And if it works out for you, that's you'll engage. At a certain point, we've developed more trust, if you will. And I guess this is the other part of this. This is potentially time. It does take some time, but this is also trust. More this way. All right. when we get at a certain point, I've just noticed it in relationships that I have. At a certain point, we get that the other person is in our corner. And I would suggest to you, we can talk about this another time. I know I've got it in some other videos. When people get that we are sincere, reliability, competence, care. These are the 4 distinctions of trust that Feldman actually came up with in the Thin Book of Trust. It's several years old, but it's a great, great read. But when people get that you are sincere, your word can be taken, you will follow through, you can do what you're being asked to do, right? You don't overstate the case. You really care about the other person. When you get to a certain point, it's like, oh, I trust you. And I really trust you. And at that point, our interactions become relational in nature. Now it's less about what I get out of this interplay, and that being the determining factor about my level of engagement. And it's more about, what do you need? And it's based upon my sense of trust in you. I'm not exactly sure. So here's the things that you can help me out. So I think as I'm working with this frame, or this model, I do believe that this is the trust axis. This is the effort axis. It takes more effort, takes more effort, takes more effort. But then it starts getting a little easier and it starts leveling out. And at a certain point, it almost takes little effort as long as you don't blow it. If you break trust, then you're kind of resetting the whole thing. You go back to 0. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. So anyway, so here's how you can help me out. I think this is trust, but this axis is the amount of trust. So do you agree, or how would you see it? I'm not sure what to call this magic point, although I do believe it's real. It's different for each person, but it's that moment when you get, gosh, I can just be myself, and I'm accepted, and this person will back me up. And at that point, you got me, right? Our interactions are now based on what we need and how I can help you. You're looking at how you can help me, and I can trust that. So anyway, so I don't know what to call this magic point. And here's the other thing. I have got to have a title for this model. Okay, I wanted to call it, I'm not even going to put it up there. I wanted to call it the Trust Hump. That's a horrible title. So if you would, your job is to come back in the comments and tell me what we should call this. So thanks. I hope you find it helpful. If you do, this is something you can scratch up on a napkin and talk to somebody over at lunch. It's something you can get your team, pull up on a whiteboard. Go ahead and put trust, effort, transactional, relationship. This is say, where are we as a team? And have people go up and just individually, just give them markers. Say, okay, I need you to put an X. Where are we right now? And why? Then you can have a very fruitful discussion about trust within your team. Hope you find this helpful.